much kind of had the thought of doing a January in review. I know it's not the end of January just yet, but we are getting pretty close. Because for me, I took a 2-week break from Christmas to January, and I was like, well, it was very hard firstly. But I forced myself to take time off and was like, it'll be fine once I get back into it. You know, I'll be able to just like plan out my year, set up my planner, just, you know, really get my head and business sorted. But it did not end up happening that way, because I have a episode coming where I go through the Valentine's Day launch and the kind of whirlwind that was. But the idea that I had for that started like the Saturday early hours of the morning before, the week before I was due to come back. So I was meant to come back on the Monday. And it took every ounce of me to not like do anything to plan for it before I was due back at work. And then so when Monday came and I was planning to, you know, do my planner, block out my key dates, like all that sort of thing, I was like smashed. The whole week was dedicated to planning the Valentine's Day launch, getting everything I need, getting, you know, stickers and cards ordered, packaging purchased, and it was mental. And I still feel like I'm catching up from that. I obviously then had to go into making all of the products and creating content for them. And obviously it's still going and available to shop. So the Valentine's Day aspect isn't even over yet. And then I've had to start going into planning a new product that's coming, which is very exciting. I will divulge no more. But yeah, so now I've had to go into planning that and the emails and, you know, strategy and what I want to achieve from that new product and that launch, and what I think you guys will love. So it has literally been flat out. I have not put in any key dates for my planner, for my, you know, important days throughout the year, aside from my birthday obviously, because that's the most important. And I have been meaning to look up new markets. Last year was like, you know, a big Glenbrook goer when I could, but I just have found it's quietened down a lot after you know, like COVID and lockdown and all those sorts of things. So I'm wanting to like branch out and try a few more different areas. And I was meant to be back into, well, I was going to aim to be back into markets by the end of January. But we are not there yet. I haven't done any researching, I don't know, or applied for any, you know, other markets. So that's something on my to-do list. So what I thought I was going to get done and what has now been pushed over to my still to get done list is quite long. But otherwise January has been good. January and February are always slower months business-wise. People, you know, come out from Christmas, they've spent lots of money and, you know, been flat out, you know, probably still on their phones and stuff for work. And then to come into the new year, it's often when a lot of people are having like a break, taking time out, they're not spending. So it is a good time to really kind of get your game plan sorted and, you know, I guess map out how you want the year to go. It can be tricky because you then might not get sales and stuff that you were hoping you would or aiming for, which can be a little bit, I guess, disappointing / defeating at points. I can already tell you I've had one mental breakdown for the year. Not a mental breakdown, more just a cry about something to Luke and then continued on. But yeah, so being a small business is crazy. It's crazy fun, crazy challenging, but overall I do love it. But yeah, so my January was the main point of this. has been a roller coaster. It's still going. I will be, I think, flat out until after my birthday in March, and then you kind of just hit the next wave, you know, because then after March comes Easter. Not that we do too much for Easter, but then you do go straight into Mother's Day, and yeah, it kind of just flows like that. But I'm looking forward to it. I am hoping that I can get ahead and February and March aren't going to be as chaotic, but going off how January's been, I don't feel hopeful. And obviously before the end of January, I want to update my tax receipts for the month, and yeah, get all of that organised. So in review, January has been chaotic. Anyone that has a small business knows the highs and lows of it all. If you don't have a small business and you support small businesses, thank you, that's amazing. Even when it's just interacting with our content or messaging or whatever it is, like every little interaction honestly means the world to us small businesses and keeps us going, makes it feel like we're winning, so thank you. But yeah, it's not much for this week's I guess vlog or episode. I do have some good ideas, but we got to get the ball rolling again. Like I'll be showing you how I prep for markets, all that sort of stuff, but I got to find a market before I can prep for it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying so far. Feel free to put any things or topics, questions you want answered or covered in the comments below. I will answer them or make them into a video. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next week.